Hi guys, how are you all doing? If today is your first time of being here, my name is Sabel and you're welcome to Life of Sabel. On this channel, guys, we discuss about a lot of things. We discuss about migration, we discuss motherhood, and also discuss my lifestyle here in the UK. And you're all welcome. If you've not yet subscribed, guys, please do so immediately. And please don't forget to always like, don't forget to leave a comment and let me know what you think about each video or how they've impacted in you. And yes guys, thank you all so very much. I'm grateful to God. I am glad, like I am really excited. This is going to be my last video for the year, obviously. And guys, thank you so much for the support. Like the support was so huge, it is so huge and so massive. Like sometimes I am in shock, but you guys did it. I am so grateful. And so for 2023, how ready are you? How prepared are you? Like if you want to migrate to the UK and you don't have your necessary documents, you don't have the required documents, and I don't know how it's going to be possible for you. You've not yet done your CV to the UK standard. You're still doing your CV like maybe your country standard. No, you've not done your cover letter, guys. You've not gotten ready. Like you need to be ready. You need to take charge of 2023, guys. You need to take charge. So I have already done a video about how to draft your CV, and it is the UK standard, guys. How to for those that want to be healthcare assistant and you don't have any experience. I've already drafted a CV, or yes, I drafted it. There was a sample of it. I've already made a video about it, and yes, it was requested that I do the cover letter. So most times when you're applying, the recruitment the recruitment officer, they may require you to submit both your CV and your cover letter. Yeah, so for if you want to just submit your CV alone and then maybe you don't submit your cover letter, they may reject your application. So this video is going to be all about the cover letter. It's going to be all about the cover letter, guys. So yes, keep on watching if you are interested. This cover letter is for those that do not have experience. If you know you don't have any experience, you've not acquired any experience, you've not gone for any training, but like I always encourage you, please go and go and apply for all these trainings. I'm also going to share maybe where you can get these courses and get your certificates, online certificates and all. You need a video, so you see the website where you can get your online certificates, yeah, free certificates. A cover letter is a supporting statement of your CV. They go hand in hand. Like you cannot send your CV without a cover letter, you can't send your cover letter without your CV. So they always go hand in hand. If the recruitment officer is asking for your CV and a cover letter, you have to send both of them. Don't send only your CV. So it is a supporting statement. It briefly describes you, your strengths, your skills. You don't need to really have to go and start repeating your CV. No, it is something that should draw the attention of the recruiters. Like it brings to their notice something, like if you want them to see anything, because usually sometimes they open the cover letter before the CV. Like if the name implies cover letter, it is covering your CV. Yeah, so they will see the cover letter before they see the CV. So when they read your cover letter, how intriguing it is, how, as in, like they need to develop an interest in that cover letter before they can be able to move on to your CV. So you need to draft something that will interest them to be able to go through your CV. So in this video, I'll be showing you tips, I'll be showing you format, the structure of and the types of cover letter that we have. Also, towards the end of the video, I'm also going to be showing you a sample cover letter. Number one tip for your cover letter is or check your grammar, your tenses, and try to avoid errors. It's very important because nobody wants to see a cover letter with so much grammatical errors, with so much wrong tenses. Nobody wants to see all of that. So another tip is let your cover letter complement your CV. If you're using 12 as your font in your cover letter, ensure that you're using 12 as your font in your CV as well. If you are using maybe a particular design, you're using a blue design or a background or something, yeah, maybe like, yeah, let it also be the same in your CV. The third tip, guys, is always tailor your cover letter to the specific role. Just the same way, if you watched my CV video, I'm going to leave a link in the description box. If you've watched it, you will see that you need to tailor your CV as well as your cover letter to the specific role that you're applying for. So just the way I explained before the CV, there are some elements in maybe the job roles and duties and all. So those are the things that you will pick out and also use it in a kind of way to be able to draft your CV. And guys, yes, also you need to make it brief and concise. Like, it should not be too long. In fact, it should just contain everything that is necessary. Don't go ahead talking about so many things. Like I said, that tip is that you should make a separate cover letter for each job role. Don't use one cover letter for every job role. Just the same way you shouldn't use one CV for every job role. There's so many different, like what a recruiter will require of you in a particular role is totally different from what they may require of you in another role. So always take your time to do your cover letter and your CV right for each application. Here we're going to be talking about the different types or the different structure or format of the cover letter. Type where the recruiter says send your cover letter and your CV to maybe an email. Let's just say lifeofsabel@gmail.com. In that case, then you have to maybe if you have drafted your cover letter in another page, you just maybe go and copy the cover letter that you have done and then you paste it. In that case, since the recruiter is already giving you an email, there is really no need for you to maybe put your address, or there's no need to put your address, there's no need to put the receiver's address and all. Just copy maybe from the dear sir or my dear or dear hiring manager or something. You can just copy that from that point down to the concluding part. You paste it in the body of the email, you attach your CV, and then you send it. So that is one type. And there is also another type where maybe where you fill in the details. That sometimes that if you notice some recruiters, they tell you to fill in your educational qualifications, you fill in your experience. Like that one, maybe you don't have to submit your CV or your cover letter directly, like you've already filled in those things. And then maybe they will say there's another a separate box, then they will say fill in your maybe supporting statement, or do you have any other thing you want to add or something. So in that case, like I said, you can just still maybe copy and paste your cover letter and paste it inside the box, and then you're going to send it as well. And then there's this other type where it requires you to include your address, the recipient's address as well. It requires you to put your introduction, your dear sir, your salutation, the body of the cover letter, as well as the concluding part. So I'm also going to talk about this part in detail. So for this part where maybe like a proper letter where you have the address and all, so there are like 5 main parts of this particular one. And the first part is your address. Like, you're going to include your address. You're going to see all of these in the sample cover letter that I'm going to put, but just have this in mind so that when you see the sample, you would be able to understand it perfectly. So you're going to have the address, that is your own address. Yeah, let's just say it's my own address. You're going to have that, and then you're going to have the recipient's address. That's the address of the recruiters. That's the address of the recruiters, the people that you're sending your CV to. Then the third part is the salutation, which is maybe if you don't, it could be dear sir or ma, or you could say the hiring manager, or you could say if you know the person's name, you could say, okay, dear Gwendoline, or something like that. So that is the salutation, which is the third part. Then the fourth part is the body of the cover letter. Is the body of the cover letter. In this particular instance, please don't let your body of the cover letter be more than maybe, let's say, 4 paragraphs, which maybe the first paragraph is probably introducing you and say maybe you found the job on a so website and all that. That's what the first cover letter is going to contain. The first paragraph is going to contain. And then the second paragraph for the body of the cover letter is going to let them know your skills and your strengths. This is the part where you talk about those things that you feel like the recruiter should notice. Those things are like should I say carry weight in your CV. Like the third paragraph is that you should let them know that you are available for an interview. And the fourth paragraph is you let them for their time. Also let them know that you have attached your CV. Yeah, so that is it for the body of the cover letter before. And the fifth part is the concluding part, where you also sign off with maybe yours sincerely, and then you put your name, Sabel, or and your surname. Yeah, guys, so now that I've explained all of this, I think it is time for me to show you guys the cover letter, like the sample of the cover letter for those that do not have experience.
This is the sample of the cover letter. The beginning or the heading is going to be all about your name, your phone number, and your email. So Sabel Odili, my email, and then my phone number, and then you go below, you see my address on the right and the recipient's address on the left. Then you go down, you see the salutation, the hiring manager, dear sir or ma. If you know the person's name, you could say dear Gwendoline or whoever. Then the first paragraph is going to talk about your interest in the role. I am writing to you to express my interest in the role of a healthcare assistant that was advertised on Indeed website and all. Yes, I'm an individual who is compassionate and eager to work patiently with people who may not be able to handle their most personal needs and provide them adequate care. I believe that the work of a care assistant is truly rewarding from all aspects. I'm fully aware of the challenges faced by personal care assistants. I have also looked after an elderly and suffering from dementia and well versed in living up to the emotional and physical demands this work presents, and I'm geared up for it. Then you say in your third paragraph, I am excited to move ahead with an interview to discuss the possibility of joining home care nursing home in this role or any other position in your organization. Then your fourth paragraph, thank you for your time and your consideration. And then your conclusion, yours sincerely, Sabel Odili. So it's just as simple as
End
that.
of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you know you enjoyed this video. Please also don't forget to share to your friends and your family. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you very much. And yeah, if you haven't watched my CV video, I'll put the link in the description box, as well as free courses that you can take online to improve yourself and add value to yourself this 2023. And yes, I will see you all in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye, guys.